Hey guys, this is Rosa Kelly. Welcome to a new 1 hour crafting project. So hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm here with a new 1 hour crafting. So I did a poll earlier this week and I asked you what project you would like to see, and so here are the results. It was really close, but we went for the Gothic folio. So for this beautiful folio, we're gonna be using two different collections. I'm just using a collection from my stash here, and this one is called Tombstones and Bones. This is by DCWV, and I believe I picked this up at Joann's. And then we're also going to be using my digital paper collection. This is the Enchanted collection, and I'm gonna link it down below. If you guys wanna visit my website, you can find it there. Also, if you're on my Patreon, you might already have this collection. So I mainly want to use the beautiful ephemera pieces, and I'm gonna be also using some of these cut aparts to add on the inside of the waterfall. So I haven't finished adding all the papers, but I went ahead and printed all of these because I wanted to use all of that. So what we're going to be making is this really cute, super easy waterfall folio, and I made it into a Gothic shape, which we are going to be creating from start to finish right now. Also, this waterfall has a special feature to it because this is a double decker, I guess we can call it, waterfall. So when you're opening the waterfall, then the waterfall opens down, and then you have a second level to your waterfall, which was really fun to create. And of course, the waterfall spins around, so you can put any orientation picture that you would like. So I hope you guys like the project. I'm going to be creating another poll so you guys can tell me which project you would like to see for next week. And right now, let's get right to making this book. Okay, so to make this folio, I'm going to be using heavyweight cardstock, and we're going to start with one piece, and this is going to be 7 by 10. Okay, and on this piece here, what I'm going to do is score. Okay, so we are going to score here along the 7 at 3.5. Okay, so I'm just gonna score down. I'm not gonna go all the way because all I really want is just that center piece here, and then I'm going to score at 4.5. Okay, so 4.5, like that. And so you want to score this center section enough so you can see how far we're gonna go from this point down. So then what I want to do is kind of do a round. Instead of cutting straight from here to here, I'm just gonna do a little bit of a more round figure here, and that way it's gonna look a little bit more Gothic, like the Gothic architecture type of thing. So, and then I'm just gonna cut these here. Okay, and then we're gonna use these as a template. I think it will be better instead of trying to imitate that on the other side. So we're gonna cut a second piece here, and this is also going to be 10 by 7. Okay, and then what you're gonna do is just simply put these two together. Okay, and then we're going to cut these here again, so make sure they're right on top of each other, and do these round shape. Okay, now we're gonna turn these this way, and now we're gonna imitate that same. I don't know why this one, it's a little bit longer than what I have on the first one, so I'm just gonna go ahead and double check, yeah, that this is it. Okay, so then you're gonna put them together again on the other way, and you're going to cut this shape here. Okay, and we're going to cut the other shape. Okay, so let's do these two, and there we go. So now we have the shape of like the first part of the folio. Now we're gonna put this on the side, and we're going to do this one more time, and this time we're going to do 2 pieces, and these are going to be 8.5 by 5. Okay, so I am going to cut 4 of these 8.5 by 5, and we're gonna do the same. So I'm going to bring my score board here, and I am going to score along the 5 inches at 2.5. Okay, so I'm just gonna go down here, and then along the 8.5 I'm going to score at 3.5. Okay, and so there we go. So I score at 2.5 down, and then from the top down at 3.5, and we're going to do the same drawing here of the kind of like the top of the Gothic house. Okay, and again, you only want one side, and then we're gonna go ahead and cut and use this one as a template. So we're gonna go like this. Okay, so we have that, and then we're gonna join these two and cut this here. Okay, then turn this to the other side, and we're gonna cut these two there, and these two here. Okay, so now we have 2, but I want 4 because these are gonna be the covers, so I want them to be sturdy, right? So I'm just gonna put these 2 together here, and I'm gonna try to cut now these 2 using just that one template. So I'm just gonna go like this. Okay, and like this. Okay, so there we go. So we have 4 of the smaller shape and 2 of the larger shape, and then these are going to go kind of like side to side like this to have that Gothic look on this folio. So now I'm going to be using a couple sheets from these sets just so I can go ahead and cover those up. So maybe I'm gonna use that, and let's see, I want something dark, so maybe, oh, this will be nice for the back. Oh, actually I like this one too, and I think that should be good. Let's do one more for the inside. Yeah, this. Okay, so we have 4 sheets, and so we're gonna just simply glue one of our shapes here. So I think I'm going to do this one, okay, for that. So whatever design you want to use, you are just going to glue your cardstock on the back. Okay, so I want the other design, so I'm gonna glue these here on the back. So let's just bring the glue. that's gonna go right here, and then we're going to cut all of these. Okay, so I'm cutting these and these. Oops, there we go. And you only want to cover one side, and just make sure all of this is out. Okay, so you want to cover only one side. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same with the next one. So it will be here. Let me move this out of the way. And so I don't need all of this, and I don't need all of these. So sometimes I think crafting is kind of like cooking, like you clean as you go, otherwise you make a big mess. So I'm gonna do the same for the other one. So for that one I'm going to use these, and I want that gold. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and glue this down. Okay, and then make sure you get the edges really good. And then we're gonna put these down, and we're going to cut all of these. Okay, and then we're just gonna go like that here, and here we go. Okay, so press and press. Okay, so we have those two. Now we're gonna do the two that are going to go on the front, and I don't know why my shape's a little wobbly here, so I'm just gonna fix it. So for the front, I'm going to use this page here, and so for this one I'm going to do two of these shapes on the same paper. So I'm gonna do one. Okay, so then we're gonna cut this one. Like this. Take this out here, and then we're going to do the other one. Okay, so one more. Just gonna glue this whole piece on this side. Okay, and then we're just gonna cut all of these. Okay, so we have two of those. And then I love the little tiny spiders on these. See that? It's a little bit creepy. Cute but creepy. And then we're gonna do two on this other pattern. Okay, so I'm just gonna do these two. And I'm going to put one on each side so we can go ahead and cut this. Okay, so here we go. Put 1 and 1. And then we're just going to cut these two. Okay, so we're gonna cut here. And so to get inspired for the base of this folio, what I did is kind of Google Gothic architecture, and I love that some of the like castles have, instead of like the pointy edge, some have like really long pointy edges, but some had like these kind of like roundish triangular shapes, and I just loved how that looks. Almost a little bit like a church too, right? Just of course the opposite of a church, but I just thought it was really fun to kind of try something new. And I also like that we don't have to like get a die or use the Cricut which is all good as well, but it just makes it so much easier and relaxing when we just go free flow. Okay, so we're gonna have 2 of the same here, 2 of the same here, and then for these 2 you could do the same, but I just did different. So one's gonna be front and one's gonna be back. And what I want to do is put now, like, connect all of these together to kind of have that base for our waterfall folio. Oh, these are gonna go like this. So I'm trying to think if I want these to be on the front and this one to be on the back, and then these 2 are going to be on the back here and on the back here. So that's how this is going to go. Okay, so now let's put it together. So to connect these folio, what you are going to do is we're going to measure, because I don't remember what this was. So I'm gonna measure the straight part here. So this should be about 4.5, I think. So it's 5. Okay, so you want to measure the smaller one because that is what is going to connect everything, right? So let me put those there. And so you're gonna use or cut 2 pieces, and these are going to be 3 by 5. Okay, so I'm gonna do 2 of those. So again, 3 by 5. And then we're going to score these 2 pieces here. So let me bring my score tool. Sorry, I'm a little bit all over the place today. So along the 3 inches, we are going to score at 1 and at 2. Okay, and then we're going to fold along the score lines, and we're gonna do the same for the other piece. So we're going to score at 1 and at 2, and let's do the same here. And this is also heavyweight. Okay, so now we're going to glue one of these front pieces on this 1 inch. Okay, so I'm going to add my glue all over here, and then we're going to put these down right there. Okay, and there we go. And then we're gonna connect these to this back piece. So the back piece, we're just gonna go ahead and glue these down here. And you don't want to glue it right on top of the line. Maybe give it a little tiny offset, okay, because we're gonna glue this one on top, and you want to make sure that you are gonna stay clear of this bending line here. Okay, so not right on the edge, but maybe just 1/8 of an inch more to the left. So we're gonna add the glue. Okay, and then just go ahead and glue this down. Okay, so there we go. And press down. And then we're going to do the same for the other one. So I'm going to glue this on this side now. So now this one's gonna go like that. So you want to glue this piece onto the the right side on the front, which is the left side on the back. Okay, sounds confusing, but hopefully it's pretty easy. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and add this one here. Okay, so I'm just adding that on the edge, and now we're gonna glue this 1 inch down here. And again, you want to give it a little offset to the right. Okay, so add some glue, add some glue, and put this one right there. Okay, so there we go. Now to make this a lot stronger, which is pretty strong already, we're gonna double this up, and then also this is going to make sure our sides are, you know, really safe here together. So we're just going to glue all of these down. Okay, so here we go. And let's add this at the center and press down and press down. Okay, so now before we close these, you want to maybe add a few magnets to keep this closed. Okay, so we're going to add magnets first on the back here. So we're going to add magnets here. I'm gonna do 3 since this is gonna be like a pretty thick layer. And we're gonna add my tape. See if I can get this going here. Okay, so it's gonna take 3 pieces. Okay, so 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and then we're going to close this up. I'm sorry if you hear that noise. Okay, they're doing some work outside my house. I don't know. It's the city, so I can't control that. So then we're gonna put this one on the back and then the other one on the front. And I'm going to put my magnets here on top, and then these magnets are going to be connected to this side. So I'm just gonna do this with glue. Okay, and then you want to hold this perpendicular. Okay, the two sides here are gonna be perpendicular, and then we're just gonna close these there, and you're gonna get the marks from the glue here. Okay, and now I'm gonna open these up again, and we're gonna transfer those magnets back. Okay, so here, and there. And then we're going to add the tape and one more here. Okay, so there we go. So now we have the closure for the front, and we're going to go ahead and add these 2 pieces on the inside as well. Okay, and then do this, take this out, and we're going to add this layer. Okay, so we're gonna put this one right on top. Okay, and press down. And then we're going to do the other one. Okay, so take this out and take this out. Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and glue this down. Okay, so here we go. Try to match the corners really well, and then we can always like clean it up a little bit if they're not exactly matching. Okay, so let's press down, and so now I'm gonna go from the other side, and they're pretty much the same, but there's a tiny little black section, so I'm just gonna clean that up here, so it looks really nice and even. Okay, this piece is fine, and then this one has a little bit of this showing. Okay, so that's fine, and there we go. So we're done with the base of our folio. How cute this turned out. I love it. And then maybe I'm thinking we should have done a different color here so it kind of stands out more, you know, the shape, but that's okay. So now we're gonna do the waterfalls that are gonna go on the inside of this folio. So I'm going to start with one piece. This is going to be 5 by 8.5, and I'm going to score these two pieces along the 8.5 at half, 1, and at 7.5 and 8. Okay, so half, 1, 7.5 and 8, and we're just going to fold along the score lines. Okay, and then we are going to cut two pieces. Let's do this here, and then these two pieces are going to be 5. Let's see here. Okay, so 5 by 6. Okay, and then the other one is going to be 5 by 5. Okay, and we're gonna glue one along the top and one along the bottom. Okay, so glue this here. Okay, press down, and then we're going to add the glue here, and we're gonna glue this down, and I'm gonna actually make this one 5 by 4 instead of 5 by 5. Okay, so then we're gonna put these down here, and then press down. So now I'm going to cut 4 pieces, and these are going to be 5 by 4.5. So I think I'm gonna cut it this way. Okay, so I might have to cut this here 5 by 4.5, and then I'm going to do 2 more. Okay, so here 5, and so for these 4 pieces I'm using heavyweight, but I recommend you use 65 pound because this is just a little too thick for the waterfall, but I don't have any 65, so I'm just gonna continue with these. So along the 4.5 we're going to score at 1/2 inch. Okay, so 1/2 inch. half an inch and half an inch. And then we're going to fold along the score lines. Okay, so press, and we're going to add these 4 pieces on this top panel. So this is the one that measures 6 inches here, so I'm gonna start along the top. So now I'm going to cut 6 pieces, and these are also going to be 4.5 by 5.5. So let me do all of these here. No, these are gonna be by 5. Sorry, not 5.5. So 4.5 by 5. Okay, so right there. And I'm also going to score at half an inch along the 4.5 inch side here. Oh my goodness, what's going on? So we're gonna go ahead and score at half and half. Okay, score on half. So we have 3, 4. Okay, and then 5 and 6. And we're going to build this waterfall now, but this one is going to go on the inside. So the way this is gonna close, like this, so you kind of see a waterfall, and then this whole thing is gonna open like that, and then you're gonna have a second level waterfall here. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and add these pieces. Okay, so I'm gonna start along the top. So you want to make sure you don't put anything on this half an inch score line that we have, and then press down, and I'm just gonna continue adding all of these pieces here. Okay, so here we have this waterfall on the inside. So when you close this one, then you're gonna close this other section here on top, and then this is going to also look like a waterfall. Or you could just simply put this all the way here and close it like that, and then you're gonna have again your 2 level waterfall for this piece, and then your 2nd level for the back piece there. And so now we're gonna add the magnets. So you're gonna lift this 2nd level here, and I'm just gonna add magnets on this last piece and connect it to the one piece on the bottom. Okay, so we're going to add 2 magnets right there. So let me grab my tape. Okay, so let's cut and cut. Okay, and then we're gonna put 1, let's make sure, and 2 here. Okay, so we're gonna do those 2, and then you're gonna add this one. You wanna make sure that your gussets are perpendicular on both sides, and then you're gonna add your 2 other magnets. Okay, so 1 and 2, and we're gonna add our tape. Okay, so tape and tape here and here. So let me just make sure this is straight. Okay, so here we go. So now press down. You have a waterfall here. Then when you're done with that, this opens up and we have a 2nd level waterfall here. And then one thing that I do want to do, and this is going to be totally optional, but you see how there is a bigger distance between this last piece and the edge here, and I want this to look seamless. So I'm going to be adding 1 more waterfall piece, but that last one is going to actually go on this panel. Okay, so I just need a piece, and this is going to be the same size, 4.5 by 5. So I'm just gonna cut a new sheet. Okay, 4.5 by 5, and we're going to score at 1/2 inch along the 4.5. Okay, and then I am going to fold, and this is going to go on this panel, the one that opens down. Okay, so that's gonna go right there, and let's add the glue. Okay, and then we're gonna put this here. Okay, and so that is going to be our, oh, I think this one should have been maybe a little bit smaller so I can see. Okay, so I am gonna make this one, instead of 4.5, you should cut it at 4. Okay, so this last one will be smaller. I just want the visual that it kind of looks like it's a continuating waterfall, and then this needs to go a little bit lower. There we go. And so there you go. So that is going to be this piece, and this whole section here we are going to add on the center. Now here's an option. You could make this spin around, as I always love to do, and if you wanted to do that, you are going to need a brads. Okay, so just any brads here. I'm just going to use this one. So for that, I'm going to cut 2 pieces, and these are going to be maybe like 4 by 4. Okay, so 4 by 4, 4 by 4-ish, and we're going to put these 2 together, and we're going to poke a hole at the center. Okay, and you're going to use a brad. Okay, so you're going to add a brad and close it here on the back, and then you want to secure the brads with some tape. So I'm going to add some tape here on the back. Okay, so now we have these 2 pieces, and the top section will spin around, and the bottom section is going to be glued to the base. So we're going to go ahead and glue this down here. Okay, so I'm just gonna add my glue and remove the tape. Okay, there we go. Put this right at the center. Make sure you're only gluing the bottom piece. Okay, so that's gonna go here at the center, and then to this piece, the spinnable one on top, we are going to glue our waterfall section. So I'm going to add the glue here now. Okay, so oops, I'm getting glue all over the place. Okay, so we're gonna get glue here and make sure this can still spin. Okay, and then we're gonna put these on top. Okay, so now I'm going to open this up, open this down, and then open this up again. I'm holding it so I don't move it too much. Okay, and then we're gonna press down here. Okay, and then just press down here. And there we go. So now I'm gonna close that, and then we have a really fun double deck waterfall feature here. And now we're gonna close these, and that is going to be our base for this Gothic folio. Now, of course, it doesn't look very Gothic yet. But we're gonna finish decorating these, and I'm going to be using for the decoration part my digital collection. So this is the Enchanted collection, and I will have this link below. So I went ahead and printed, this is a full collection, but I just went ahead and printed some of the like ephemera elements here, but you can find all these different pages, and I just got a few of these because I really like these little cards, and I think these are perfect to kind of just add on the waterfall. But what I'm gonna use right now is this page of ephemera. I printed like 4, I don't know, I thought I printed doubles, but I guess I printed like 4 of each, which is okay. But again, this is a full collection, so I will finish up printing the rest of these because I also want to use these for a different project. So anyway, I'm going to be cutting the elements here. So now I'm going to create 2 little windows. So I'm gonna cut 2 pieces. These are gonna be 2 by 1.5. Okay, and then I'm going to just kind of do like a free sketch point here. So I'm just gonna go like that, kind of to the center, and then we're gonna just turn these 2 back to back and just follow that same line here and follow the same line here. So this is an easy way to get your things to be like symmetrical, right? Just kind of folding these back to back. Okay, so we have those 2, and now I'm just gonna add these ones here on the cover, maybe more down to this side. Okay, so I'm gonna add these. Okay, so I'm gonna put that up there, and I'm trying to think if I should do more windows or maybe just the 2. Maybe I'll do one over here. Let me cut one more just in case I need to do another window here. I feel like it needs more windows because all these Gothic castles that I see have all kinds of windows, right? So we can put like some more here. Maybe we can even do a smaller version of the window. Okay, so let's just try to do this one here. I think this one I'm just gonna go around like that. And see, this one is not symmetrical at all. That's okay. It's cute enough. So if we put a smaller window, then it's gonna look like, you know, it's farther away in a way. So I'm just gonna go for it. So I'm just gonna start gluing all these windows here. So we have that one's already down. Maybe we can put this one here, and then this one over here this way. And so I'm just gonna finish up adding the elements. So I'm gonna use a little bit of chipboard to add some volume to this girl that I'm gonna add here. So I'm just gonna press down, and then we're going to add this girl here. Look at her beautiful dress. Okay, so she's gonna go there, and then I'm also going to be adding, you know, some of the flowers over here. I don't know if I want to put them on the top. Maybe I'll put them on the bottom. Okay, so that's gonna go there, and I'll probably be printing more of those flowers and adding them this right there. And I'm just gonna add the pumpkin here as well with another little piece of chipboard. Okay, I always use chipboard. You can use foam tape, that's another option. Okay, so we're gonna put this one right there, and I definitely need a title, and I'm just going to finish up by adding these little pieces on the spine. So I cut these at 4 3/4 by 3/4. And so there you go. So that is gonna be our project for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you had fun making this book with me. Make sure that you leave a like, subscribe, and also leave me a comment on the description box below. Let me know that you tried the folio. Let me know what other projects you would like to see, and I will see you guys on the next one. Bye bye.